Yay Media Group.
And then who is it? Do you remember this story? Hunter is in the garage and you go, what are you doing, Hunter? And he goes, I'm locked out of my house.
That's
and
right.
This is like 1 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, I think all their friends had a key to my house, by the way, because I was never home.
Hey guys, episode 131. As you can see, we have another special guest that's in town that helped us babysit so Jordan could have some drinkies and be irresponsible for the weekend. So we got Big Sexy here.
Big Sexy in the house. We had to take advantage and get him on here while we could.
Yes, because he's a talker.
He's a talker. So
Yeah.
let's start Big Sexy. First of all, thanks for doing this.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I love doing it.
Yeah. So first of all, where did Big Sexy come from?
That came from my boss, Chip Welch. And I guarantee you he's watching this too. And he's rolling at this point going, I can't believe this is actually happening.
What happened?
Yeah, how did it come?
I had risen, or can we say rose so big and peaking at a high level of fat and, and playing golf and just trying to walk around and hunting one day. I was breathing so hard. He goes, Big Sexy, you're going to die out here in the field. And he said, I just can't believe how fat you are. And I went, well, in that case, I thought, well, dang, I better do something different. So I go to the doctor. And
that was the first time he called you Big Sexy?
Yeah, out in the field while hunting while I was about to die. But it was 10 below zero.
All right.
And I told him I had a lot of clothes on it. He goes, okay. Yeah, right. I was trying to hide it, believe it. But, so Chip tells me, he goes, God, you're going to die on us out here. It's not. And we got to get back on the plane. Plane's pretty tight. You're going to have to ride below the plane, my friend.
Oh, my God.
Or we're going to have to buy you a ticket and you're going on the airline. But long story short, Chip said I was just a fat guy and I was embarrassing looking.
But the name stuck. Everybody calls you Big Sexy.
He started it. And then we were out at a chemical meeting out in San Diego. And Jordan, this is back when y'all were dating. And Jordan came down and, he started calling me Big Sexy in front of Jordan, if you remember right.
Uh-huh.
And when Jordan just thought that was the funniest thing in the world. Here my dad is fatter than the mud in. And I mean, I'm just a big guy. And she's laughing about it. She thought it was funny. So at Christmas time, I get a Big Sexy football jersey.
That's right.
I got
You
him.
remember that?
Panthers.
I still got it.
Yeah, we could put Big Sexy on the back.
You did. And,
Yeah.
that was humiliating enough. And so from then on, when you guys came up, moved to Denver and started the, Daily Blast show, you said Big Sexy.
Everybody calls you Big Sexy.
We were watching the kids. We were up there in the studio and Big Sexy's here. And I'm going like,
I introduce him as Big Sexy
Sexy.
because my dad's name is Jeff and they have the same name.
That is true.
And it's just, I don't know, it just sticks. And I just don't see the kids call you Big Sexy.
Oh my God. Everybody calls me Big Sexy. My customers call me Big Sexy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So now you just embraced it.
Oh, yeah, you got to embrace it. You got to embrace it.
Well-
As humiliating as it is, yeah, I embraced it. And it became humorous and funny because now I'm smaller than Chip. But I dare not.
You had to get that in there.
I dare not call my boss, hey, fat guy, man, you ain't looking good.
My
Maybe you
dad,
should give him the Big Sexy jersey.
Yeah, I might have to get him one. That's absolutely right.
anybody needs a reality show, it's my dad and Chip. Chip is the owner of his company.
Absolutely.
He's hilarious. If you watch, my dad's the one that told me
Landman.
to watch Landman. If you see Landman, my dad's Billy Bob and his boss is John Hamm.
Yeah.
They are just hilarious, and they would get canceled the way they talk to each
in
other.
a second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people would be so offended. It's
But some
just
people
so
would
funny.
really like it.
No, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's got the best dry sense of humor there is. And, you know, Chip and I have been friends for, got to be over 30 years. And he's a great golfer, great guy. But what's funny about him, he is hilarious. But, you got to reverse that role. He's not the John Hamm. He's the Billy Bob. He's Billy Bob Thornton.
Well, I'm talking about with the class.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you don't see my boss much dress up unless he's in trouble.
I don't want to get all on Chip, but
I love you.
No, he does. No, he does very, very, very well for himself. But the couple times I met him, is just like he plays up like that country accent. He almost wants people to look at him and be like, "Look at this redneck hillbilly." You know what I mean? And then he just pulls out a fat stack of cash, and I'm like, and I think he likes to play that up a little bit, and then just be like, "What's up? Here you go." You know what I mean? That's like,
he's not too much like that. He's actually pretty conservative until he hits that jack, and when that jack comes out, he's hilarious. He goes to another level. He goes,
man,
but he's a tequila man now, by the way.
Me
Jordan,
too.
Is he?
He is a tequila man.
Me too. I bet he's got some good ones.
I love
my God.
Chip. I wish we could have Chip and them on together.
I'm
Together.
gonna tell you
Yeah.
something.
And his
you
wife
talk
is
about
beautiful.
funny. Oh yeah, his wife is definitely.
She's stunning.
Yeah, she's stunning. She's very beautiful.
That's why I said she's like the Demi Moore
yes.
on
Oh,
Landman.
that's true.
Oh, she
See?
would crush Denny Moore. She's that pretty.
That's
I mean,
right.
She actually, if you Google Connie Selica, that's what Chip's wife looks like. And I think Connie Selica's hotter than Georgia Asphalt. She's pretty, man. She's a pretty woman, man. She is beautiful.
We better get off the Chip stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to keep a job, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's, it's sort of funny. In the South, we all have nicknames, do we not?
Yeah.
For
I
everything.
was pork chop for a long
Oh,
time.
my God.
Because I was fat. My dad and his friends, when I was younger, they used to be like, "Run, pork chop."
Uncle Rodney said, my greatest friend, Rodney, Jordan would crush some pork chops, and he used to call her, and she was a chunky monkey, the cutest chunky monkey, and she loved to play football. She was the biggest chunky tomboy. And what was funny about it was Rodney goes, "Man," he goes, "Look at her, she's a pork chop." and I remember saying that one time, and I looked over there at your mother, and she wanted to kill me. She dropped a death bomb at that point.
It's funny.
She was ready to kill me.
Oh my God,
It's
that's
funny. And then when Little Giants movie
Oh,
came
yeah.
out,
Oh, yeah, Icebox.
then he'd be like, "The ice box."
Oh my God.
Hey,
That would break people in today's world.
dude, you can't stop there. Jordan played I remember when Jordan played soccer, and it was probably the first time she played. And I'm telling you, she was molded in the shorts, but a guy tripped her. And, in soccer, she was young. I mean, guy trips her. What does she do? She tackles the guy. And the rest go, "Hey, it's not football, Jordan." And she was just rough. She was rough as a kid. Fun, but rough. Oh, my God. But okay, we won't get on you. But that was,
No, I'd say we keep going on Jordan.
we won't hit pork chop anymore. The Icebox, I called her Icebox because we saw that movie 6 times. Said, "Jordan, that is so you."
Yeah.
That guy when
She
he
did.
flexes. I love
I
that.
tried to get the boys to watch it.
Yeah.
And
They didn't like it?
no.
Really?
But they're on Lawson's flag football team. There is a play that they do that's from Little Giants, and it's so funny.
Oh, really?
Something of Puerto Rico. I can't think of.
That's probably where they got it
yeah.
from.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
From
How'd you
Little
like watching Lawson play football and lacrosse?
Oh, come on, man. I'm telling you, first play yesterday, how exciting was that? All the way, end zone to the end. Down the side, right by us, runs right by us. Nobody could catch him. The kid is fast. He's lightning speed. Him and his buddy Lincoln, they are on fire,
Yeah,
guys,
they're
and
good
they're
too.
fun to watch.
Yeah, it's fun to watch.
They are.
them.
I mean, they take it, and they're serious out there. They got the face paint thing going on.
Yeah.
The smiley faces on their calves. That's a special moment to me because I love, I love my grandkids, but watching him run that ball was crazy.
I
Yeah.
think Dad likes it because he comes here and it's like he's babysitting, but he's still having fun. We
But
just
they're-
left him up at the sundial while everybody had been drinking since noon. I was like, just make sure the kids are okay.
So we talked on the last episode. We had a big weekend, especially going to see Joe Coy We did some drinking for sure, but you had some fun too. Let's take a quick little break, and then when we come back, we'll talk about your weekend. Together Mess is sponsored by BetterHelp. All right, so spring is here, and everyone kind of gets in a better mood, right?
Oh, I do.
Right,
I get
with
the
the weather.
seasonal depression. As soon as it gets sunny outside, I have the motivation. I'm ready to get out and do something.
Yeah, but you know what? That's not the case for everybody. There's always some issue going on, not just the weather, but behind the scenes. You never know what somebody's going through.
Right. And BetterHelp is great because it's online therapy. You can switch therapists at any time. I love that. You have that option. It's no additional cost if you are seeing a therapist and you're like, okay, I don't think we're really vibing. I'm going to switch to another therapist. There's no charge.
That's right. With BetterHelp, you pay a flat fee for weekly sessions, saving you big time on cost and money. But let's talk numbers here, okay? Traditionally, in-person therapy can cost anywhere from $100 to $250 per session, which obviously adds up. But with BetterHelp online therapy, you can save on average up to 50% per session.
Therapy should feel accessible, not like a luxury. With online therapy, you get quality care at a price that makes sense and can help you with anything from anxiety to everyday stress. Your mental health is worth it, and now it's within reach. I'm somebody that has anxiety, depression, and summertime, I don't get it as much. I more so have anxiety more so in the wintertime, but it still pops up.
Yeah. We got to break that stigma of like, just because you're seeing a therapist or you need to talk to somebody that you have some problem with you. That's not the case. Right. Everybody needs somebody to talk to get things off their chest. And if you don't know any better, have someone help work with you. And that's where BetterHelp comes in. Again, like Jordan said, if you have a problem with your therapist that you're currently seeing with BetterHelp, my favorite part is you could switch at any time with no cost to find that person that's a right fit for you.
With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform. Having served over 5 million people globally, it's convenient to you. You can join a session with just a click of a button, helping you fit therapy into your busy life and switch therapists at any time.
That's right. Your well-being is definitely worth it. So visit BetterHelp.com/togetherness today and get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/togetherness, MESS. Don't mess around. Get that help. All right. So let's get into Big Sexy to Babysitter.
Yeah.
What's cool is now, like, you could come and help out because they're 8 and 6. They pretty much take care of themselves. They're much easier than having a child, you know, like a small
like
child.
Baby.
Yeah.
I'm not a diaper guy. There's no doubt.
No.
I mean, that you know, and if it's a splatter diaper, I'm throwing up. You know, the kind that just go everywhere. You peel it and it's everywhere.
What, did Icebox have some big diapers?
You know, I got awesome.
He never changed a diaper.
I'll admit, I never changed diapers. I never did. I was not a diaper guy.
He was always traveling. He was always gone. He was gone, what, Monday through Friday or Monday through Thursday?
Monday through Thursday. And then, you know, every week. How many years was that? 20, I was doing it 20, 25 years.
I'm not surprised. His goatee's gray, but I'm not surprised my dad's complete. Speaking of last episode, we were talking about gray hair. I'm not surprised that he's like completely gray because when I was younger, oh my gosh, all the stuff I put him and my mom through, I'm like, I'm going to get the payback. So I have a renter at my house now in North Carolina, and she was my best friend in high school. If you're an old school follower, you know who Miss Burns is.
Yeah.
And
you're going to go there, aren't you?
Miss Burns.
Oh my God, you're going to go
basically, there. Her and her sister were on his payroll.
All your friends were on my payroll.
They lived at our house basically every weekend, coming over, pool. Megan would watch our dog if we got out of town. But half the time, Megan was with us. If we were going anywhere, we were going to Charleston, Kiowa Island. Megan was at Megan was at every single beach trip with us. So my dad, we're broke high school kids. We were members of 2 country clubs. One was just a social membership. So that's like where you just use the pool, things like that. And then the other one you had where you could do tennis. That was the other country club that you were into.
Tennis and all that other stuff.
So the one that we were a social membership of, we could walk there. Or it was like basically in your backyard.
That was the golf country club.
Yeah. And so everybody's like, oh, let's go out to eat. Well, nobody has any money, but Big Sexy was always out of town. So I go, well, let's go up to the country club and eat. And it's good food. It's really good food. So everybody knew.
Twice the price, I bet, too.
Everybody knew so you get a number like at a country club. So we were L18. Everybody knew we were L18.
Of course you remember
yeah.
that.
And so Megan would just go up there and go to the pool and get pina coladas and just make herself at home. So I take probably 12 people up there and feed everybody. L18, and then in the summertime, everybody's getting drinks, whatever. Dad gets his bill. And so this is back in 2003?
No, you were in late 90s?
No. This was 2003 with this because in high school.
Okay.
And he comes back from out of town and he gets the bill. And it's like $2,500, $3,000 or something. And this was just food and drinks.
Hamburgers. How do you eat that many hamburgers? And French fries and ice cream.
He comes home. And he's like, are you guys kidding me? What? And, this is back then. It was like, that was a lot.
Of course.
And my mom, we're all in trouble because my mom's just like, whatever. And all of us are in trouble. He tells Megan, he goes, you owe me. So he made Megan pay him for all the drinks that she had. And then... Oh, Megan was always when he was out of town. So we had a dog. We had a lab.
Oh my God.
That we had to have. Okay. Well, the next door neighbors had a lab.
What do you mean you had to have?
We just had to have this dog. Like my brother wanted it. Everybody wanted this lab. And then my mom just gave in and my mom was just like, whatever. Okay. That's fine.
You got it when it was a puppy?
Yeah.
So
this thing,
this thing was
a terror. You get out of your car, and the dog just tackled you. Like it was just a bad dog.
Bad dog.
Bad dog.
Bad dog.
But in a loving way, it would tackle you?
No, this dog was bad. I hated this dog.
So
this dog, I'm going to interrupt you. This dog, Christmas Day, I go outside and our whole house, we had this big house and it was all brick, but the back side of it was siding. And I see this siding like a hurricane hit my house. It's all over the backyard. And that dog sitting over there chewing on my house. And he ate my siding. Ate my siding in my house.
Really?
Yeah. And that's after spending all this money for Christmas. Now I got to reside my house.
So he's screaming at the dog. My sister's telling him he's a dog abuser because he's yelling at the dog. My mom told my sister to be quiet and that she was dramatic. Me and Peyton are just like, what is going on?
Oh my God.
So then he goes out in the garage.
Get the gun.
You go out to the garage.
Oh no.
So the dog ate the sheetrock in the garage.
Oh.
So my mom didn't know what to do. So she would just put things and hide it in front of the sheetrock.
She stacked all this like mulch and stuff. And then I'm going like, why is all this mulch? And I was like, it's getting in the way. So I pull it back and there's a hole. This hole is this big. This big. All the way. I mean, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to kill this dog.
What happened to the dog?
Oh, dogs in Florida on a golf course.
They gave the dog away. They had somebody.
And then those people
I was
gave
getting
the
ready
dog
to
away.
actually, one or two things. The dog was going to the pound or it's going to be out in the field somewhere. I was going to leave that dog. That dog was really eating up my checking account. But the funny thing about it was, they gave this dog away. A person drove from Florida to pick this dog up. They blew so much smoke on this poor guy. So this guy comes and picks that dog up. 3 months later, how was that dog doing you? We don't know. We ain't seen it.
They got rid of it.
They got rid of it.
They did.
Yeah.
Ate his house. The dog.
I never heard of a
The
dog.
dog was crazy.
It had an
No, wait. Hang on.
That dog's appetite was not for food. It was for your wood, your siding. It didn't matter. The dog would eat anything but food.
No,
What
wait.
was the dog's name?
We have to talk about the next door neighbor's house and how you had to replace their hot tub cover.
Oh, that's right.
And then
brand new hot tub.
So
Bought
we
that
get
too.
an invisible fence so the dog can run around the yard. Well, it's a collar.
Oh, the collar, yeah.
So the dog is crazy and would jump over the electrical fence and then be like, because it gets shook.
Yeah, it would run, like.
And then jump back. And then come back. So the guy's like, oh, no. You'll learn. The dog will learn. It won't do it. Okay, this dog did not care. It would just jump over and then go, and then stay.
Oh, my God.
How's that go again?
So the next door neighbors had a lab, okay? Somehow the wires crossed, okay? Our dog got in their yard and their dog could get in our yard. We get home, they had an in-ground hot tub, destroyed the
dog
whole,
ate it?
Ate it. All of everywhere.
I'm telling
The
you.
people were so mad. He gets back in town. You owe us this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That guy owned that motorcycle company. And it was hilarious. Most
He was
dogs
not happy.
Most dogs come back with a stick, a ball.
Yeah.
This dog comes back with a hot tub cover, dragging it through the woods.
Yeah.
What was the dog's name?
Macy.
Macy?
Yeah, Macy.
Was it really?
Macy.
You
He
didn't
doesn't
know the
even
dog's name?
No, I thought it was Satan.
He hated that
I
dog.
hated that dog.
And then, so anyways, then he goes, that's it. The dog's done. Dog's gone. And then so we got somebody in Florida to come get it. And then they got rid of it. Then the people in Florida got rid of the dog.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let me tell you, alligators were scared of this dog.
Listen, there was always something chaos going on. My dad would be gone and have peace, come back in town, and there was something. He came home. We had another neighbor, and my dad keeps hearing something. He was always like, I just want to chill. Why is there always something going on at my house? Really. And the next door neighbor's kid, my mom told him, he always was getting locked out of his house. So my mom told him that he could carry a key and hide it in our garage. So there was a window that never locked. And we always had it open in our side garage because it was like back then, it wasn't like country, but it was kind of like country, like suburban country.
It was on like an acre and a quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we never locked anything.
Right.
And so my dad is home and he hears something in the garage and he thinks somebody broke in. That my dad's like, somebody's in there. So you go in there and then who is it? Do you remember this story? Hunter is in the garage and you go, what are you doing, Hunter? And he goes, I'm locked out of my house.
That's
and
right.
This is like 1 a.m. in the morning. And he's snooping in a garage because he couldn't find the key that my mom told him he could leave at our house.
Yeah, I think all their friends had a key to my house, by the way, because I was never home. And going back to Miss Burns, you still owe me about $1,895. So if you see your sister, tell her I want my portion of that too.
Yeah.
Because Megan, you're a disaster. Megan was supposed to wash the house while we went to the Bahamas. So we're in the Bahamas. When I come back, the window they all crawled into all the time. Wouldn't use the key. I think
It's the door. The door into the laundry room.
She got locked out. She went through the window and she couldn't get in the garage door.
Who, Megan?
Oh yeah. She tore my whole frame off. The whole frame, whole door. I'm looking at the door going, Megan, I got locked out. This is before everybody had cell phones. I got locked out. I went, you tore my door down, my frame. So not only did I buy that, I could have built a brand new house with all the money I spent
Between
repairing
Megan
all the damages
and Macy?
between Megan, her sister, your friends, this dog. And I got so many stories on Megan too. Oh my God.
Oh boy. All right,
Megan, I'm gonna be easy on you, Megan.
we'll get off Megan and Chip. But yeah, let's take a quick little break and you guys can keep reminiscing when we come back.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So do you like going out and having fun on the weekends with our friends, Jordan?
I do.
Does all that eating and drinking take a toll?
It does. I've been napping today.
I got to tell you, after hanging out in this neighborhood, my body needs a rest. Prolon's 5-day fasting mimicking diet delivers. When I'm craving a real reset and I want to reset my body, Prolon is the only nutritional program that works for me. It's convenient, backed by Nobel-winning science, and I'm telling you, it works. Now they've upped their game with Next Gen, packaging the same science-backed benefits into a cleaner, more convenient, and tastier format.
I love Prolon. I will always say, okay, I'm going to lose some weight or I'm going to take better care of my health, which I have stuck with. And sometimes you need that reset and you get Prolon's 5-day fasting kit.
Yeah, and I love it because you're not necessarily not eating the whole time. You have little snacks within the 5-day plan.
Yeah, so it's Prolon's 5-day fasting mimicking diet program. After 5 days, you feel lighter, more energized, and back on track.
Prolon is a plant-based nutritional program featuring soups, snacks, and beverages designed to nourish the body while keeping it in a fasting state, triggering cellular rejuvenation and renewal.
Next Gen builds on the original Prolon with 100% organic soups, teas, and a richer taste and ready-to-eat meals. Developed over decades at USC's Longevity Institute and backed by top U.S. medical centers, Prolon has been shown to support biological age reduction, metabolic health, and skin appearance, fat loss, and energy.
I got to tell you, when I do fasting, I feel so much better.
I do too.
Yeah. To help you jumpstart a plan that delivers real results, Prolon is offering Togetherness listeners an exclusive chance to be among the first to try Next Gen with 15% off site-wide plus a $40 bonus gift when you subscribe to their 5-day program.
Just visit prolonlife.com/togetherness. That's ProlonLife, PROLONLIFE.com/togetherness to claim your 15% discount on your bonus gift. ProlonLife.com/togetherness.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Yes, you guys are having a good time reminiscing.
Yeah, those are stories like old. I mean,
there's so many though.
Yeah,
I mean, there's so many.
He misses you missed the chaos once we were gone.
Well, let's jump ahead to when I enter in the picture.
Okay, so Jeff enters the picture.
Let's talk Big Brother. When you were watching at home, did you watch every week when Jordan was on?
When you guys, I remember when Jordan told me we met at TG Fridays. He goes, "Dad, I need to meet you for lunch." So I said, "Okay." So we meet at TG Fridays.
I do remember that.
TGI Fridays?
Your dad doesn't forget much.
TGIF or whatever.
TGI Fridays.
Is that what it's
whatever
called?
You want to call
Yeah.
it. You know, red and white.
Yeah.
So Jordan's
I
going,
thought it was something different, like in the South.
no, but
There's no I in TGI Fridays.
So I forgot about that.
Whatever. So go ahead.
yeah. So Jordan goes, we end up going over there to Fridays. I'm sitting there and Jordan goes, "I'm going to be on a TV show." And I'm going like, "Oh, here we go." "Yeah, you are, Jordan." "What's it called?" "Big Brother." I said, "What is Big Brother?" "Dad, I don't know." So what do you mean you don't know? "Well, I got to research it. I'm not sure, but I'm going to be on the show."
And I told you, I need the solid colored shirts. And you took me to go get some, like, where did we go?
We were probably out there at the mall anyway.
Yeah.
So I would say that's where we went.
Yeah.
Because you can't wear, on Big Brother, if you don't know, you can't wear logos or anything like that. So when you get in the house, they actually go through all your clothes. And if there's anything with a logo on there, they keep it in your suitcase for when you're out of the show.
But I was an idiot. I bought a lot of my clothes sizing to before I had boobs. And then I'm like, they're not, like, something's going to happen. I'm not going to be on the show. And so
Oh my God.
I got my boobs done. And then all the stuff I bought, like my shirts were too tight because my boobs were so big after.
And by the way, I got some good boob story if you're interested. I do have that too. But we'll go further.
We'll go. Okay.
We'll go further.
Yeah. But anyways, you took me and we got shirts. And then what happened, Dad? I don't remember.
Well, let's reverse here real quick. You asked me, did I watch Big Brother?
Yeah.
Okay. Dana and Robin.
Hey, these are his friends.
Yeah.
Oh, I apologize. These are my friends. There was a group of about 15 of us. We met at one house every Sunday. Wednesday and Thursday. All of us.
Oh, really? You watched all of them?
All of them. Every one of them. And I'm not going to mention names, but you know how wild that group was.
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll leave
Big
that.
Brother 11, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just say I get off Big Brother and my dad's friend.
Be easy, Chip's watching.
No, my dad's friend's nickname is Smiley and brings these desserts.
Oh, I remember that. The
You
wheat
were with
brownies?
us. And I thought the desserts were desserts.
Oh.
And I eat them. My dad comes over to me and goes, how many of those did you eat? I go, I ate a whole one. And he goes, oh.
Dude, I remember that.
I didn't speak.
This was the first time I think I met you, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yes.
So we came up to your house on the lake and we took
Correct.
the boat out.
Yes.
And Jordan didn't talk for like 3 hours.
And you
I'm
knew
like,
nobody.
dude, what is happening?
I was
And
like this.
Pure comatose.
I'm not even joking.
that weed brownie.
You guys, I sat like this on the boat
Just
the whole time.
That's right.
And I was
That's
so
right.
high.
That's
and
so
I
funny.
felt like I could not move my body. And I was like, when is this going away? And it would not end. And my sister, I was like, don't you dare leave me. And I made my sister stay with me. And I was
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Don't you remember Jordan's going like, how am I going to get home?
I
How
forgot
am I
about
gonna
that.
get home?
That was the first time I think I met you
what
after
was
the
funny?
show.
You know what was funny about the Big Brothers? The finale night. The one where, it was just you and you had to do the numbers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
Wait,
what-
against Kevin.
yes. And you had to, how many evictions or something.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember looking over there, David hits me in the arm and goes, she did it. She won it. I said, how do you figure that? David's a smart guy. He can
That's one of
calculate.
my dad's friends.
Yeah, and he goes, she won it. I'm so close. I'm gonna tell you, she won it. And David was with five points of it, and you won.
Oh,
it.
because he knew?
He told everybody. And he goes, hey, Jordan won, and we're sitting everybody's like hugging each other, going, nah, I don't know, this is gonna be close. Kevin was off the stratosphere, and Jordan, you were pretty close. You weren't that far.
50, and I put 51.
Was that it?
Oh, really?
It goes, how many total evictions cast? I don't remember the exact
And I
thing.
think that-
And I was going to put 55. 55 popped up in my head I didn't know what I was going to do. And
I
I was
think
like,
Dave
55. And
blurts
then,
out, it's 55, guys.
and then I go, no, I think I'm going to be over. Because if you're over,
It doesn't
you don't want to
count.
be. Yeah. So I go, I need to be safe. So I put 50. And then Julie goes 51. And Kevin put like 80 something.
Yeah, it was out.
Wow. And then that's when you got rid of Kevin, and then it
And
was
that's
you
when
and
I
Natalie.
got rid of Kevin. Yeah.
And then what did you think was going to happen when it was just, did you think Jordan was going to win against Natalie?
Yeah, actually, being on the outside, you could hear everybody was pretty positive about both of y'all.
Yeah.
I mean, we heard it. Your parents heard it. We all heard it. That you guys were well liked.
But when you're in there, you don't know anything.
Yeah, that's what y'all said.
Yeah.
But I actually thought that I'm gonna plead the fifth on this. I didn't know if she could win it or not, but she got to where she was, and so just going that far, it's a coin toss to me.
Yeah.
It was just we were happy, excited, and it was fun.
Yeah.
But
Big Brother brings people together.
It
Yeah,
does.
my
It brings
family
families,
too.
yeah.
I remember,
It does.
if you remember that cast, if you're old school and you remember, because that was 16
It was a
years
good
ago.
cast, though.
But remember, like Lydia was on there, and we just had a bunch of characters. But my family, it's not like my family's a stranger or anything, but it did bring all of them together, and they would have like Big Brother parties, and everybody would be in the pool. My brother played games, and my Aunt Corey, I remember, she dressed up as Lydia. They all dressed up from like somebody from the house, and they would play Big Brother in my backyard while they watched the say.
No.
So it brought my family together, brought your family, brought everybody. It brings everybody
Yeah,
together.
it does. But we didn't play the game.
I know, but my family was just having fun at like
We were just drinking.
a weekend
We
pool
were
party
drinking
or something.
We
yeah.
were drinking. It was like warm ups before the weekend. So
Yeah.
What did you think of Jeff on the show?
me.
Did you think, oh, she's going to like him? My mom thought when I went in, she's like, she's going to like Russell. That's what my mom thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brother liked Russell, by the way. So Steve, if you're watching this, I'm mentioning that you like Russell. the love muscle, as you call them.
He's, you know what?
My brother liked Russell.
A lot of people, we butted heads big time on the show, but after the show, all that was squashed and stuff. So we're friends now. When
I saw Jordan chest bump Russell,
I
went, Jordan's nickname, I don't know if anybody out there knows this. I think I can say what I want to, right? About you.
Another nickname?
Oh, yeah. Jordan's got so many multiple personalities.
I know what he's gonna say.
So I Jordan can go from 0 to 5 in DEFCON.
I know,
and be crazy. So I always call her Sybil because she gets mad. People don't realize she got a temper.
Yeah.
But when you went after Russell and chest bump, I said, "Yep, Sybil just arrived to the occasion." I said, now they get, and didn't you tell me, after the show and everything, they were saying, Jordan, you can't do that, or you're not allowed to have physical contact.
Yeah,
right?
You can't hit anybody. So I think why she did that was so she wouldn't hit him. So
because I didn't want to, I was like, I made it this far, I can't get evicted.
Oh my God, that was so funny.
I was pretty mad.
As far as you, Jeff, I actually thought you were taller.
That's what you said.
I did. I was like, man, this guy must be like 6'2". He's cut. He's over there working out, eating strawberries and fruit. And I go, man, he's a health nut. Jordan is going to die because Jordan likes Bojangles. And she likes a biscuit. She likes sweet tea. And she's not going for the parfait.
The Cajun filet biscuit. Oh, it's bow time.
A lot of people, because...
He doesn't know. That's Bojangles.
Dude, Bojangles, I hate it.
It's bow time.
What?
Isn't that what we ate that one day?
Because you try to get something healthy.
It's disgusting.
That's why it's so
you got to
good.
go with the butter, the grease.
Yeah,
you got to go
and
south
a Mountain Dew or a sweet tea.
I
You
got
get the gallons of sweet
in
tea.
New Orleans. He's my best friend. His name is Jeff, and he's hilarious too. But Jeff came to town one time, and he goes, "Man, I got to try this Bojangles biscuit thing." I said, "Get in the car." I take him over there. He gets the chicken biscuit. And then he gets the egg, sausage, and cheese biscuit. And he ate them both. Jeff ate them both. We get halfway down the road. I'm taking him back to the airport. He goes, "Oh, boy."
Exactly.
I'm going, man, we ain't out there in Fouchon fishing. You're in trouble, buddy. And he goes, "Oh, my stomach. Oh, my stomach." And so Jeff, he got home. I said, "How's that right?" He goes, "I was squinting, turning, and burning."
Oh my God.
They have this Bojangles. If you don't know what Bojangles is, at Charlotte Airport.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So when I go through when I do fly a commercial, I go through the airport and I will. I'll get Jeff if I'm headed down to New Orleans and we go fishing down there a lot with Chip and I with Jeff. I'll pick him up a basket of them damn biscuits.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I take them to him. He freezes them. But he will only eat one at a time instead of two.
Oh, I'm not a Bojangles guy.
Oh, come on, Jeff. You're healthy.
I not all the time, but Bojangles isn't my stop.
No, it's not his jam.
No.
I like that type of stuff.
Spring has sprung. I love saying that.
I was just about to say that. You love saying that. During the week, my goodness, we don't have a lot of time for anything. I saw this reel on Instagram of a couple passing each other during the week, and you're just basically passing each other's car, giving each other a high five because you're always driving some kid to sports. There's always something going on with the school event. It's the end of the school year. Kids are excited. You don't have time to cook. We don't.
That's right. And I love to cook. And unfortunately, I don't have the time to cook like Jordan said. And that's where Hungry Root comes in.
Jeff is my personal nutritionist and cook. But like I was saying, with sports, us doing the podcast during the week, there's a lot going on where we don't have time to cook.
Well, this is something that we actually benefit from because I love going to the store. Like Jordan said, I love cooking. I love shopping for the food, but we just don't have the time. And Hungry Root is like having a personal nutritionist. They take care of all the stressful meal planning each week by recommending delicious recipes tailored to your taste, which I actually love that, nutritional preference, and health goals.
They make it easy to to eat high quality, nutritious food, and you can achieve any diet or health goals by tailoring recipes to a variety of lifestyles, from anti-inflammatory to gut-friendly, gluten-free, dairy-free, high protein, and more. I feel like you would be high protein and I would be gut-friendly because I've been working on my gut health lately.
It's all things that we are working on. But even Jordan could do this because planning and cooking really can be simple and stress-free. Just tell them about your goals and preferences like we just talked about, and they'll fill your cart with personalized recommendations that get smarter as they learn more about you, what you like and what you didn't like. I like seafood. Jordan doesn't.
I more so would like chicken or steak. There's no high fructose corn syrup, artificial sweeteners, or preservatives in any of Hungry Roots food. They only source top quality meat and seafood free from hormones and antibodies. And that's what we always look at when we do go to the store.
Yeah. And all of Hungry Roots recipes can be made in just 15 minutes or less. With over 15,000 recipes shipped each week, there's something for every taste and nutritional preference.
I love Hungry Root. Take advantage of this exclusive offer. For a limited time, get 40% off your first box, plus get a free item in every box for life. Go to hungryroot.com/togetherness and use code togetherness. That's hungryroot.com/togetherness. Code Together Mess, TOGETHERMESS, to get 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life. hungryroot.com/togetherness. Code Togetherness. We had a caller, but I don't know if it's a question, if somebody said this, so I'm going to pull it up on my phone. It just said Big Sexy. So this is from somebody.
People, we have a number that you could call in, and people just leave messages. They leave great messages and funny ones.
I bet that's fun now.
Yeah, so one is Big Sexy, but we don't listen to them before we open them. So we just do them live.
Oh, I bet that's hilarious.
So, but one of them is titled Big Sexy. So let's see.
Tiffany Big Sexy. So I was waiting to do this one.
Hi, Jeff and Jordan. My name is Tiffany. I am a longtime follower since Big Brother. I just got done listening to the episode on April 7th, and I wanted to know why you didn't give any of the kids the middle name Big Sexy. LOL. Love you guys. Keep up the good work. I laugh every single podcast. And yeah, love you guys. Hi, Big Sexy. Shout out to you.
Oh, see?
That's cute.
It gets around.
That's cute.
See,
well, even it's funny that I could go to these meetings, these chemical meetings, and it's really hilarious because there are a few of these people that I deal with that they have watched you, not because I told them about you. Their wives like you.
They listen to podcasts?
Yeah, quite a few of them listen to the podcast. And there's more Big Brother fans out there than I really thought there were. There is a huge slew of them.
I cannot believe it.
And I'm talking from very conservative people that you would think would never watch it.
Yeah.
You know, Big Brother, I never really thought I'd watch it, but I got to where it was entertaining.
Yeah.
Very entertaining.
Yeah, I'm still shocked of how many people to this day, all walks of life.
Exactly. It's just such a lagniappe of individuals that watch it that, I mean, my brother watched it. Of course, his niece, he's going to watch it.
Yeah.
But, but it was fun. The episodes y'all were on and a few more after y'all were actually very, very good episodes. They were.
I thought so.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, it's good. But The Amazing Race to me, now I can tell you this, most of the people I deal with, they love The Amazing Race.
Yeah.
They do.
A lot of people, Survivor's got that community too.
Survivor's got a huge, massive following. But The Amazing Race, when I saw you were going to be on The Amazing Race, you got to admit that was sort of funny because I've watched The Amazing Race way before you guys even Big Brother. I was going like, oh boy, Jeff is in for all right. You remember, oh my God, Joan of Arc.
Oh, that was the best.
That
was Amazing Race. Yeah.
That's going to be institutionalized as a classic.
Dude, that was the best. So if you don't know the story, did we talk? We did talk about it on the last day. We posted it.
You got to show the clip of that.
Yeah, we did on a different episode.
No wonder we're in last place.
Oh my God.
You're in the back seat, George's driving, and
on their, because Jeff doesn't know how to drive a stick. And remember
Really?
I never drove a stick.
How to drive a stick.
And she's like, I can kind of drive a stick. I'm like, well, you drive and I'll navigate.
I had a sports car, and Jordan used to like to drive it.
You did a good job.
Yeah. Jordan picked up on a lot of stuff quicker.
Yeah.
Than the other ones. Poor Jana, man. She's got a card list. She has to stay. Yeah, that's drive, reverse. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Nikolsky. I'm just picking on you.
But we have a picture right there. You guys can't see, but I'm looking at it. But it's me and Jordan and Big Brother, and me and Jordan in the Amazing Race, and it says last place, Jeff and Jordan.
Yeah.
And I framed that.
Yeah. It's so
But it was fun, though.
It was fun. It was challenging for our relationship because we just got out of the house, and I'm used to like my brothers and all my buddies. So I'm more of like a hustle guy, get it done. And Jordan was like, I want a margarita. Let's get out of here. And I'm like, get out of here. It's $1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. Typical me.
That picture of y'all up there on the big, that's a classic right there.
Yeah.
Jordan with her driver hat on. That's one of my favorite pictures, except for the one that you have the LSU hat on that all my friends.
People always ask that about LSU. People are like, always ask about Louisiana. My dad lived in, so he's in, what would you consider? I don't even know what you do. It's like oil.
Oh, well, we service the oil field, but I work for a chemical distribution company, and we do all sorts of chemicals. And one sector of the business I run it's called hydrochloric acid. But long story short, we lived in Baton Rouge, and I
got LSU colors on right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge, but I was born in Louisiana. You knew that, right?
Yeah,
I was born in Louisiana, and I've always been partial to Louisiana. And
you love the culture. You love everything. I was 21.
The sausage and rice. What do you call that?
Oh, red beans and rice?
No, what's the one we
Cajun?
Get? Dirty rice.
Yeah, but the dirty rice. What's in our name
Cajun
for it?
rice?
That we get at, where do we go up here?
Papa Do's. Papa Do's. You'll love me for that. I eat at your restaurant all the time.
Papa Do's is awesome.
Yeah.
But you get that rice with the salt or the stuff.
I get the shrimp.
Sausage?
I get the shrimp Creole, and then I get the gumbo.
I'm thinking of the name that I can't think of the.
You got the gidru, the red fish with all the.
I get that.
Yeah, that's good.
I love that.
That's dirty rice.
What's the rice inside the sausage casing?
Oh, boudin.
That's what I'm trying to think of.
Get you some boudin.
There you go. That's what I'm trying to think of.
Woo, get that couchon and a boudin. Little sauté bon cher.
That was it. Yeah.
He
I love the culture down there.
Loves Louisiana. Loves the culture. Gator hunting, all that stuff.
Love it.
And that's why I have a lot of like Louisiana stuff, because people will be like, oh, you go to school there? I'm like, no, we just like live there for a little bit. But when I was 21, I went to Mardi Gras, and I always wanted to go because they had picture book, album, not picture book. They had an album of him and my mom in the 80s, late 70s.
It was actually 1983, and we were down here with Jaime
and
Bangladesh.
Mardi Gras, and it was like wild. I remember I was a kid and I found it and I was like, oh, there's naked people,
because they were partying?
Yeah, remember you like take your
for
top
the beads.
off?
Yeah, what am I talking about?
Yeah, for like the beads and stuff. So my mom would always be like, no, you are not going to Mardi Gras. So me and a friend book a ticket, have nowhere to stay during Mardi Gras. So we just go and to
Was that Megan?
Louisiana. No, this is another friend.
Okay.
So I call my dad. We get down there, and I'm like, we'll find somewhere.
Not.
I can't find anywhere in Louisiana to stay. Nowhere. And we just start drinking. And they have these drinks called grenades. Grenades and hurricanes.
Oh, yeah.
We were just like, it's okay. So I call him last minute. I'm like, dude, I need a place to stay. I can't get a hotel. And I know he's got like a lot of points. And like hotel. So, and my dad is like the salesman. Like if you need anything. So I was like, if my dad can do it, he can make it happen. So I call him. He's like, give me a second. He gets us a room. I don't know how he did, like close to the strip.
Quarters.
Yeah. 2 blocks off Canal.
To the canal.
Orleans' house, it was, by the way.
I wake up and it's another friend from I go to bed. I wake up, another friend from high school is in the room with us. And these 2 guys, one of them she married. One of the guys that she married. I'm like, who's in this room? Because I passed out. I was 21, guys. And this one guy, I was like, you need to get out. He had tripped and fell and cut his lip. And there was blood on like one of the sheets. And I was like, oh my God, my dad's going to kill me. He got this room. It's in his name. If anything is destroyed, I'm going to be in big trouble. There was always something going on. I told the guys, I was like, you have to get out of here. And it was just... I'm not going to go in details about that whole trip, but it was definitely wild. And then I think I couldn't get a ticket back home and I couldn't get a car. There was another reason why we couldn't get a car. And maybe
because they didn't have a credit card.
Yeah.
And the other thing.
But that's the best part of being young.
It didn't have any
The best
money.
part of being young, you don't even have a credit card now.
No, well, I don't need it. I got
Hey,
you.
I'm going to tell you, Jeff, thank God they didn't have Zelle and Venmo back then. I would be broke.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but that was like when you're 21, I had no care in the world. It was always like, let's just get down there and we'll figure it out.
Wow.
That's like was my thinking. So then I had to call him. I was like, I'm stuck in Louisiana. I can't get out of here. And so he goes, all right, you got to be at the airport right now. You have a 5 a.m. flight to get out of Louisiana. I had been drinking all day. I go to the airport. I'm like sweaty, dirty pants, everything. Throw everything in a bag. I'm like on the plane. I'm like, I'm going to barf. I'm going to throw up. This is horrible. And I was like, I'll never do this again. But that was the last time I was in Louisiana.
Good times.
It was a really good time.
You know what?
No, I lied.
And I've got.
It was with you. Last time when we shot that pilot for that show.
Oh, that's right.
And we
with
wrestled
Neil.
the alligators.
That's right.
That was the last time I was in Louisiana, and that was a good time.
That's right. That was a good time.
We had
That
fun.
was, yeah.
I don't know if I'm like the French Quarter, all that anymore.
No.
Like going to those places. I don't think that would be fun. But it was definitely.
It's different now. You know, Mardi Gras is so crowded, though. Back when we lived down there, you know, Boyd Robert, Bubby, and all of us used to go down, and we'd be down there for Mardi Gras. We'd wear ponchos. There'd be 15 of us. No, you can't go into any of the hotels or anything to use the restroom unless you stay there.
Got it.
So these guys born and raised there, so we all wore ponchos. It could be sunny out. We had ponchos on. And all the people that would wear ponchos in the, you know, when it's sunny out, you know what they're doing. You got to go to the bathroom. You just stand there and you use the restroom.
You just pee in your poncho?
Well, it's that there's funny.
Our youngest son just came down.
Yeah.
And he laughed at that.
That's funny. Yeah.
Leighton, don't pee in
Wait,
your
not
poncho.
interrupt. You know why I couldn't get back? I'm just thinking about this
Get up
with Mardi Gras. The reason I couldn't get back home is because they had Super Bowl.
No, that's
With
right.
Mardi
That's
Gras
right.
and the Super Bowl, and that's why we couldn't find a place. And I remember women had their shirts off, and there was somebody painting a jersey, and women were walking around shirtless, but it looked like
the
they had a
clothes.
jersey.
Yeah.
That's
With
Clothes.
the painted.
Yes.
That's a
That's
Key
what I
West
remember.
thing there.
It
Yeah,
is?
I remember
That's
that
a Key
a while
West
back.
thing.
All right, well, let's wrap this up because we're going a little long, but I think people are going to have some questions for Big Sexy. So next time he's in, we'll do a follow-up.
Yeah, now y'all can learn about
Because we didn't even scratch the surface. We didn't even
no.
touch anything.
just
Hey,
old stories.
I've got more stories.
Yo,
Oh,
I know.
we have a ton. but
Did you ever watch Friday Night Lights?
Oh, yeah.
The series.
Yes, I did. I love that show.
You're the Buddy Garrity of like, that's who.
Dude, that's good. That's cool.
Because you're like, he
I'll
sells
accept
those
that.
cars
Hey, I'll
and
accept
stuff.
that.
And he's always got a story and he's Buddy Garrity. I've always said
my
that.
dad, I was talking to him the other day and his car was getting fixed. And he's like, hang on, dude. Hang on real quick. And then he's like, yo, dude, I'm going down the street here. Can I get a ride? And you just got in a ride with somebody. You're like, I'll call you back. And I'm like, that's totally like North Carolina here. Somebody would be like, F off.
Yeah.
If you ask somebody for a
Yeah.
ride, a stranger for a ride,
Oh,
he'll
no way.
talk to anybody.
I know.
Hey, man, what's this? I got you. Like his connections. Yeah.
He does have all the
That's my
connections.
dad.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was fun, Big Sexy.
That
Thanks
is.
for doing that.
Thanks for coming on.
Let me partake.
Yeah, we're going to have you on for a follow-up, but thanks for watching the kids too this weekend. We didn't even get into that story.
I love the kids.
That was you had a good night.
Yeah, the kids are good, man.
And we live in a good neighborhood.
Yes.
Everyone's kind of a team. It takes a village type of thing.
They just
And
welcome Big Sexy.
Big Sexy's now part of the village.
Wait,
Yeah.
we get home.
And all the cul-de-sac all the cul-de-sac guys, the cul-de-sac band, excuse me, were there but you.
I was there for a little bit, but then I had to bail.
You bailed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was so good seeing Sam and Mark.
Yeah, you got to see them for a quick second.
I love me some Sam and Mark. Did you see that
He's so
shirt he had
funny.
on? Had the holes in it?
Yeah.
I said, Mark,
They're rockers.
did you do that? No, actually it came like that. And I'm going like, you paid for that?
Yeah, probably a little extra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah,
I like him.
Sam Shocker from DBL, and then her husband. He just makes me laugh.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
Man, Sam just gets prettier with age, doesn't she?
Yeah, she's
Sam, I'm not hitting on you. You're a beautiful woman.
All right, we're gonna take that weird moment and wrap this up. All right, here's our saying or whatever it is. I do a saying at the end of each of these from Positivity. For my part, I know nothing with any certainty, but the sight of the stars makes me dream. Vincent Van Gogh. You guys weren't interested.
Man, that was a fly. That was a flyby by
That
Jordan.
was a bad one. All right, we should have ended 2 minutes earlier. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Again, you got any questions, write in, call us about Big Sexy. We're going to have him back on when he's back in town. But again, thanks for doing this, buddy. Togetherness stuff, togetherness.com. Get your merch. Thanks for liking and subscribing and telling your friends. And tell us what you think about Big Sexy.
Yeah, don't get offended by the big jokes, pork chop and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta be
that's how we roll.
sensitive. Yeah.
No, it's all done with love.
Yeah.
Lots of love.
We love you guys. We'll see you next time.
Yay Media Group.